Hello everyone, welcome back. This episode of Bitcoin Trade. I wanted to talk a little bit about this article here, and the only reason I wanted to talk about it was because I was really considering doing something like this, because I mentioned in my previous episodes about going to Washington DC, and so I had an interesting chat with my attorney, and I asked if I can be a lobbyist, just because I don't know what the hell a lobbyist is, and I want to know what does it mean to be a lobbyist? What do you do? Looking at the word lobbyist, I guess it means something regarding a lobby. So just being in a lobby all day is what I imagine, but who knows? Anyways, he told me you had to be licensed to do that. So I'm assuming if you're trying to lobby for somebody else's benefit. So I asked, well, what if I do it for myself? And he said, well, yeah, you can do that. If you do it for yourself, you don't need to be licensed. You could just go out there and you can just literally talk to your public officials in the hallways as they're walking. Maybe try to make an appointment to get time to speak to them, because they're your public officials. And so if you lobby for your own behalf, you can do it till the cows come home. I'm assuming. I'm not sure, but just from that simple reaction and that simple question, can I do it for myself? Like I'm doing everything else for myself, for my own benefit, your own account. I don't need to be. I don't need a license. I just go up there and just maybe talk to them. I don't know. This is going to be an very interesting experience for me. I've never done anything like this, and but what I like about doing something different is that you know, learning something new is a fascination for me, and I like to incorporate a lot of, I don't know, oddball experiences into a new experience and just take on a whole different perspective. So anyways, as I was reading, I saw like the whole thing about whether Bitcoin is hiring a lobbyist or not or whatever. There's seems like a lot of rift going on, whether they want to be a part of the system or not a part of the system, whatever. And I came across this particular article that someone wrote. Let me see here. There you go. How to market Bitcoin, which is kind of what I've been doing. And so I read this, and here's the website. And I guess there's a Satoshi Nakamoto Institute. And I read this. It's wonderful. It's great. I agree with a lot of this. And even he talks. I guess it's a man. It's a gentleman, Danielle, or it could be a woman. I don't know. It's so hard these days to tell the difference. So, anyways, this author talks about the black market. My opinion on that is it doesn't make a difference to me. I kind of bag on it a little bit because, you know, for me, I make my gains from just trading straight Bitcoin and money. I kind of don't need to sell any illegal stuff to make a gain. But I don't have any problems with other people trying to do it. I would just say don't try to get me involved too much, because I can't do things like that. And be let me see here. How can I say this? I don't do any of this stuff for the reason that the way I'm doing it is I'm doing it out in the open, in my name. So to do this, you have to be to do this, you have to be anonymous. I mean, that's the only way you can do this and not go to jail, right? Well, I can't do that. I have to do everything in my name, literally in my name. And so remember, I have to do this in my name. I have to bear witness, and this is my testimony for everything I do. So I can't be doing any of this because I got to do it all in my name. All right. So I don't. That's why I bag on it a little bit, because I also feel that you can make money without the black market if you just go straight to what you really want. I guess if you're a criminal, you want the money. If you're doing it for a cause, you'll be gaining bitcoins, if that makes sense. Anyways, but I don't have any problems with it. I mean, it exists with U.S. dollars now. Why would it be any different for Bitcoin? Matter of fact, this existed before Bitcoin. I don't know what they were doing. I'm assuming they were using cash, but or maybe they were using gold. I don't know. So, anyways, great article. I agree with a lot of it. Talks about the black market, and then Bitcoin makes an offer nobody can refuse. I like the title of that, and I understand where the author is coming from on this. I agree with a lot of some of the things the author is saying. I do believe that there will come a day when Bitcoin will go to infinity. Now, what I mean by that is that there'll be a point or a certain time where nobody can buy a Bitcoin, not because the banks won't let you, or whatever, there's something stopping you. It's because no one will sell their Bitcoins. And that's when Bitcoin will go to infinity, because anybody who doesn't have one, you can give up all your worldly, you can try to offer everything, all your money, any cars you have, any cool motorcycles, boats, whatever, your worldly possessions. You can offer all that for one Bitcoin, and nobody will sell it to you. And so there will be, Bitcoin makes an offer nobody can refuse. I do believe that is true. That's going to be true. One day Bitcoin will go to infinity, and that's the day that nobody will sell you a Bitcoin no matter what. That's how valuable one Bitcoin will be. I believe that. Okay? And then a little bit on the bottom here, it talks about no compromise. And yeah, I don't think you can really compromise a Bitcoin at all. Because it doesn't exist. How can you compromise something that doesn't exist and is nothing? It's just an idea, a belief. And once you get infected with this idea and this belief, you are compromised. You become compromised. You can't go back. There's no going back. It's quite an experience. I'd recommend only only the crazy would get into Bitcoin. Only the crazy to go beyond what's there. So yeah, you got to be crazy. That's all I can say. So that's that, and then this goes up to the other. Man, this is a long thing. This is where the This is coming from, I followed another link, lobbying for Bitcoin. This is kind of where the story came from. And like I said, I want to let you know that if you anybody can go and lobby for themselves. So you know, what's it really cost? Nothing. You know, could you imagine a lobby full of Bitcoin lobbyists all lobbying for themselves for some kind of special thing they want to do with Bitcoin? Another thing is, you know, I do plan on setting up operations in Washington, D.C. So it's going to make sense for me to be there. I will be trading in Washington, D.C. as well. Another thing I want to do is I want to lobby for renewable energy, clean water, clean air. What else? Clean water, clean air. You know, whatever else. You know, I'm into those things. So I won't be just lobbying for Bitcoin, but there'll be some other things I'll be lobbying for. Since I'm going to be there, might as well just talk about something else other than Bitcoin if they get too tired of it. So, you know, there's a lot of things, and plus I'll be doing a pack, so I'll be there for other reasons. So it's like it'd be like killing 3 or 5, or just a herd of birds or something with one bullet, just one shot. You know, it's like, wow, I'm getting my money's worth on making that one trip or trips, you know, as well, you know, I'm a lobbyist. I manage a PAC. I also manage a real life business and a non-profit. What else, man? What else can I do? I don't know. I mean, and all this related to Bitcoin and all the other businesses that I'm going to incorporate into my mothership, my mothership or my spaceship. I don't know. I get confused which ship I'm talking about. So, anyways, and then it comes down here. Let me scroll at the bottom. Let me see here. Okay, so it scrolls at the bottom, and this is quoted here as well. It says, lobbying is a sucker's game. Alright, and I can see if you're gonna, he's talking mainly about MasterCard here somewhere. Let me see, blah blah blah. Let me see, where is it? Well, I'm assuming he's talking about MasterCards or something like that. And he talks about the infinitely better in lobbying than anybody. They have all the people on key positions, all power, and all the money necessary to bribe their way and more. There's no beating them. Screwing up people is what they do for a living. They will never stop. Let me see. People who create a blah 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 blah. Okay, good sense. But you know, this time. And you know what? This guy may be right. This guy may be totally right on this. But, you know, what I'm going to do there is not to, you know, I'm going to talk a lot about some other stuff that I'm interested in. Space exploration. I'm interested in space exploration. I'm also interested in deep water exploration. What else? Just a lot of other things. Okay, so I'm not going to be wasting my time completely on I'm assuming the financial lobbying people or something. So I'm not going to waste my time completely on that. But you know, since I'm going to be there, I'm gonna I guess whenever I have FaceTime with them, whether it is whatever buying lunch or taking them to strip bars or whatever. I don't know what they're into over there, but whatever it is, I just want some time to them or time with them just to talk and give them the message. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to give them the message, and once I give them the message, I'm not going to lobby with them anymore. They received the message. So this is not what I'm planning to do is not anything like what these lobbyists are doing. Okay. What I'm doing is totally different. I'm just here to deliver a message, and I am bearing. Okay, I bear witness to delivering the message, and that will be my testimony. All right, my testimony. So that's what I'm going to do there, and I'm going to try to do what 50, 100 senators, right? 100 senators, maybe even the vice president, and then the 400 and whatever odd other representatives. I mean, I'm just gonna have to go through A through Z, or maybe random. I don't know, but I have to deliver the message to each and every one personally, so I cannot bear witness, and I can actually, that will be my testimony. All right. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not there for any other of these reasons, like professional gambling cheats, or playing by their cards. I'm not doing any of this stuff that the I guess a typical lobbyist would do, how this person described it. I'm there for one reason, deliver a message, that's it, I'm done. I go on to the next one, deliver the message, I'm done. Next, deliver a message. If they all got together in groups at the same time, that'd be awesome. That would make my time there a little bit shorter. So and then I'll never really leave, because as new people come in, and ones are voted out as we replace them through our PACs, right? The new ones are coming in. I got to deliver the message to the new people, all right? And so my work will never really be done fully. So I'll always be, I think I will always be in Washington, D.C. Not all the time, but my presence has got to be there until I can get through most of them. Anyways, so interesting stuff. I might dedicate a whole episode just talking about this. I think I've run out of stuff to talk about, but I could take a quick look at the charts. Let's see here. Okay, this is a Bitstamp, and I'm going to do something a little different this time. Here, let's see. Is that a little bit better? Maybe? Alright, I'm going to do something a little different this time. I'm going to do it without any lines, because I have to restart my computer every now and then, So I want to see what it looks like without any lines. What the hell am I looking at? And you know what? Sometimes I get used to the lines so much that you kind of have to take it away and realize maybe the lines don't make a difference. You got to look at something else. But I don't. I'm so used to lines. Anyways, this is what it looks like, and I don't know where it's going. If you look at it this way, it just going up and down. It looks like it's meeting a medium range here, so it's just moving right around here. And if I look at this by itself, that's what I'm seeing. And in some ways, that's what it's been doing. So I guess sometimes lines can be distracting. So go ahead and every now and then take them out and take a look at what it's doing. So it looks like it's just literally ranging and reaching just a little medium. And I don't know if that has to do with lower volumes or what's going on, but that's Bitstamp. And it hasn't really moved much either. I mean, it's just going back and up and down between like 460 to 430, kind of just in that range. But for the most part, if you average it out, it's probably this price right here, 440. And without any lines, you know, uh, this is BitC, and you know, it just looks really different without the lines or anything. Um, and it kind of makes you think about it differently. So once in a while, just look at it bare naked, you know, and also um, look at these details. Oops, sorry. These details here to give you an idea of where people are positioning themselves, as well as, you know, like a large order right here preventing it from the price going up, or any large down, you know, limits here, or stops, preventing it from going down. That's also another way to, short term at least, look at things if you're not too sure whether a direction's up or down. And then this is Bitfin. Has a little different read. I mean, this part right here has a different read to it. It looks like it's trending up right there, versus let's have a look at. Oh, no, Bitsy's showing. Okay, Bitsy's showing it. Wow, I'm so used to lines, but I see something moving up direction towards here. Let me see if I see that. Yeah, a little bit at the end though, but again, it did that right here as well. But it looks like it's just moving up and down in this small little range for the last since April 30th to today. So maybe it's about 2-3 weeks. So it's been ranging in this short little range here. Let's go to Coinbase now, and it's doing the same thing. And they're all about almost the same price. They're at 438, exception for BitC. But if you look at BitC, usually they're more than that price right there. They're usually a little bit lower. They're starting to even out, and at some point, you know, it does even out almost to like $1 or $2 difference. For 1 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoin, that's not a bad deal. Let me see here if it doesn't. Sorry about that. Let me let it focus. Anyways, it doesn't matter for, like, you know, for $1,000 worth of Bitcoin at these prices to do a trade where you know, you buy at all of them at this almost the same, there we go, almost at the same price, or you sell at the same price and then let it float a little, and then when the price moves, you'll get the different pricing slightly, especially between BitC and some of the other exchanges. Sometimes they flip around. You know, when things really start going crazy, the price really starts fluctuating quite a bit. But when things are, I think, smoother and more steadier, they tend to level out slightly at some point. They intersect with each other a lot, because it just seems like as it goes up, BitC will go up higher, and the others will just lower, not go as high. But when it's going down, or some inverse effect of that between these prices right here. So I don't know, take it for what it's worth. I do this practically every day, and you know, I hope some of you are getting some ideas on this, or not. But anyways, that's it for this episode. So I wanted to share that with you. And let's go back to that article, or this one. Let's go back to the original article right here, I believe. Okay, so it's a really good article. Also, this is also a very good article. I'd read it. I recommend people reading this. How to market Bitcoins. I mean, this is a way. You know, I'm not going to say it's not a way, but I'm going to say it's a way. There's many ways to market Bitcoins. As just as many exchanges there are, and different markets. So anyways, that concludes this episode. Feel free to like, dislike, or even do a video response. Until next time, stay tuned. Bye.